Hey guys, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host as always, Jay Schatzer. And today I've got a cult classic fantasy flick lined up for us. It's Peter Yates' 1983 classic. Guys, it is Krull. Just an ultimate fantasy fun flick. So let's get into the madness. Here is Krull. Krull is a fantastic amalgam of science fiction goodness and fantasy adventure flair. Drenched in an otherworldly visionary palette and supercharged with an over-the-top sense of fun and reckless abandon, this is one 80s fantasy film that definitely aims to entertain. The film follows the adventures of a prince named Colwyn, who on his wedding day is sieged upon by an army of nefarious alien invaders called the Slayers, who lay waste to his kingdom and take off with his bride-to-be, the beautiful Lissa. With the fate of his planet in the balance, Colwyn rallies a small ragtag group of heroes to take back his bride and destroy the Slayers and their black fortress once and for all. For if they don't, the entire galaxy will be under the oppressive rule of the Slayers. Ken Marshall takes on the role of Colwyn, the valiant prince and savior of the kingdom. Marshall does an amazing job for being such an unknown, and the charisma that he projects in the role of our hero is without equal. He had the talent and conviction to pull off Colwyn, and he absolutely thrives in the part. Paired up with him is Lisette Anthony as Lissa, the princess of a warring kingdom who is betrothed to Colwyn in order to bring peace to the region. Lisette is tremendously enchanting, and her beauty just shines on the screen. For much of the film, she is secluded from the rest of the cast, forced to wander the unnatural surroundings of the alien stronghold, but she's able to convey quite a bit of sympathy in her fleeting moments of screen time. As for the chemistry of both Ken Marshall and Lisette Anthony, they are magical together, and you really believe that they are destined to be together, even though we have never really truly seen them together on the screen, aside from the short span of the beginning of the film. Aside from the two star-crossed lovers, the cast is packed with a talented pool of actors that just meld perfectly within the world of Krull. A few standouts are Freddie Jones as Ynir, Alan Armstrong as Torkel, David Batley as Ergo, Liam Neeson as Keegan, John Welsh as Seer, and Bernard Bresslaw as the strangely memorable Cyclops. Out of all of the characters, Breslaw's Cyclops has stayed with me since childhood, as one of the most amazingly weird bits of 80s fantasy imagery, but also the most horror-induced of living nightmares. The makeup and effects work of his character is just tremendously creepy, and it truly enhances the film's ability to stay in your mind even years after viewing. Another aspect of Krull that makes it so damn memorable is its combination of science fiction elements and fantasy genre archetypes. Like a bastard cousin of Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, the film imbues a lot of what makes those two separate franchises so popular and enjoyable. The overall look of the movie is straight out of the fantasy handbook, with picturesque panoramic views of mountain ranges, forests, valleys, and everything in between, while the overall functionality of the world is infused with a futuristic and technical mindset with laser weaponry and the inclusion of an invading alien army. The mixture is actually rather fun, and Peter Yates and crew do a fabulous job in seamlessly combining the two contradictory factors into one harmonious output of pure and unabashed entertainment. Krull is without a doubt an oddity of the era, with its outlandish plot, expressive world, and surprisingly high visual quality. The film truly is a unique gem. Ken Marshall and the rest of the cast just throw themselves into the strangeness of it all, and in my opinion come out the better for it. It's fun, fabulously out of control, and most importantly engages on all fronts, as it sweeps us up into an adventure that is anything but boring. And I haven't even mentioned the fabulous soundtrack by James Horner that genuinely brings that sense of adventure to the forefront in the most splendid of ways. If you're a child of the 80s or just love the films of this era, then make some time to put this one under your belt. It's got the fantasy chops to thrill and the sci-fi goodness to wow, and when you put them together it simply makes for one hell of a fun time. Krull is a unique gem that simply shouldn't be missed. And guys, that is the outrageous flick, Krull. It's a perfect example of how weird the 80s truly was, and it's just extremely entertaining. So check it out if that sounds like it's up your alley. But guys, that's it for me today. Hope you enjoyed that review, and I hope you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe. And if you have any time, please leave a comment below because I'd love to hear from you. But until then, guys, I will see you at the next movie review. Take care.